Well, hello, peeps. Happy Sunday. This one's for Burk. Okay? Burk, I am so sorry for anything that I may have said or implied about you that you've thought is about you. I want to speak on behalf of the masses that would do the same thing. And so if you were reading the Gossip Bakery or something later on, I want to apologize because I want you to know the difference in what is said and what is meant. All of us see you as the victim, except for maybe one or two or three. Okay, they're just, I'm speaking for the masses, I'm not speaking for the asses. Okay, so anyway, your sorry excuse of a mother has used you as a puppet, as a pawn, to get views because she wants attention for the YouTube, because she thinks that the YouTube will make her famous and she'll go viral, and she's trying to exploit whatever you do to make her get high, to get viral. She's essentially trying to step on your neck to get taller, and I am sorry. I am sorry that for all of your life, you have been treated like nothing but a pawn. You've been treated as a ticket for your mother to get food, money, donations, welfare, anything else. And she used you as a pawn to keep you from your father. And so many of us that are speaking out against your mother have a past that is so painful as yours. Many of us were born to narcissistic mothers. Many of us were born into generations of narcissists. And when you're not a narcissist, you feel like you're the one bad apple and that you just don't fit in, that nobody understands you. And I couldn't hear that pain more than when you were crying that day because you were sick. You had that ear infection and you were saying, you know, it's not about you, it's about me. That pain in your voice resonated within my soul. And I have fought for you ever since. You are an amazing young man. You have the potential to be anything you want to be. You are handsome. You are tall, you are smart, you are kind, and you know enough to stay away from the well that has poisoned you, which is called your mother. I know that you're doing your best to stay away, but it's not enough. You need to distance yourself more. You need to distance yourself more emotionally. Start setting boundaries as to what she can and cannot do, and she can and cannot get to your friends and exploit your friends' issues as her own to try to get views and attention. Don't tell her as much as you do. Put limits on what she can and cannot say about your life. This is your life. You are now an adult, and she should not be treating you like something that she can turn in to something for her own good. She may love you in the only way that she can, which doesn't feel like love at all. I don't know that it's possible for her to feel love. She is mentally ill. She is a very mentally ill person. She is addicted to substances, which you know, and recovering or questionable alcoholic, and multiple mental illnesses, as you know. And she has not worked hard to get better ever, because she's used her mental illness to inflict upon other people, and she's used it to get her SSI and every other form of currency that she can get. By being as obnoxious as she can, she's been rewarded for it for all of her life. The louder she was, the more that she would get, so that she'd just shut up and pacify her. And that's not healthy. I think that your grandmother could feel love for you, but I think that your grandmother had to walk away because of the toxicity and the danger that is in your mother. And so I want you to know that even though it feels alone, and you must feel very alone, there's so many of us who understand that loneliness, that sense of not fitting in with your own kind. I urge you to learn more about your father. Learn more about his Turkish roots. Turkish people are so kind and so loving and so family oriented. I think that your father wants to love you more, but he knows that anytime he comes near you, it involves her. And so I urge you to have more of a relationship with him. And again, don't tell her. Start limiting what you tell her, because anything you tell her can and will be used against you, and can and will be used for views. Okay? Let's just say it. So, enjoy your life. Get out, travel as you are. Have fun. Okay? Have fun. You deserve it. You were oppressed. You were not mothered correctly. You were not nurtured. You were not taken care of in the ways that a mother would actually take care of a son. I'm sorry that you had to go through so many schools. That must have been so scary, always being the new student and having your obnoxious mother come and be an obnoxious ass, and not make things easier at all. But you persevered, and you graduated, and you're doing college, and you're doing great. You will do great. I urge you to be very careful of ever allowing your children around her alone. I understand that you will want to, but look at what happened to the Lucy doll. Get it? Psycho. You can't leave a baby alone in her care. She will act like she wants to be the biggest grandma, she wants to be Grandma Bubby, she wants to be a bubby, but no. Just like anything else, she uses her Jewish nature for attention and views, and she'll want to be the big bubby, which is the word for Jewish grandmother, as you know, and get all that attention, and everybody will be like, oh, it's Bubby. No, she's still crazy. And she will harm anybody that you love. If you bring a woman around, she's going to see that as the competition that will take her out, and she will slowly kill your woman from the inside out, from the things that she will say and the little barbs that she will say that will go through your woman like buckshot and kill her slowly. You have to protect your woman from her. You have to insulate your woman from what she's going to do. You have to warn your woman, and you have to be honest and say, look, my mom might come off as the best person you've ever met, and she's going to come off like the best grandma we could ever give our kids, but fundamentally something's wrong with her, and we cannot trust her, and we cannot tell her information about our lives. You're going to have to. It's setting boundaries. Boundaries are very, very difficult to set with a narcissist. Boundaries are seen as a fence, and they will climb that fence, climb over it, burn it down. They don't like boundaries. They don't like anybody telling them what they can and cannot do, as you've seen. So please, and you might give me a retort to this and tell me that I'm crazy and I need to leave you alone and everything like that, and that's fine. I just want you to know these words, because someday you're going to need them. Someday you're going to need to know that others have seen you for what you are, and you are incredible. And when people have said things, they're only saying it towards the character that your mother has made in the TV show that she's tried to make your life. She's tried to make her own reality show, and as such has given you your own script, if you will, and has taken things out of text that you've said and done for her own good and for her own views. We've seen through it. But if people do say things, and they're like, oh yeah, it's only because they've not seen past the manipulation that she's done. And so please know that you are not her. You are separate from her, and you are making great strides in separating yourself from her. And you can always get stronger. And all that means is walking away. You've seen the way that she takes care of animals, and it's not good. Don't bring your animals, don't bring your children around her. If you have to, because of the guilt that she's going to inflict, do it for a short, controlled amount of time. Do not let her call you incessantly when you are with your woman. Okay? restrict the phone calls to maybe once a week for 30 minutes. And it's at a time where you're going to take a run or something afterwards and clear your head so that you don't take that confusion out on your wife. Don't treat your wife the way that she's treated people. You know better, and that's why you are walking away. And again, don't tell her so much. Maybe you are restricting what you tell her. Maybe what we hear is only 1/10. Maybe you are. And if so, I commend you. But I'm very sorry that she's trying to even put videos of you where you're at in the United States and trying to say that it's a viral video. That's, with as many haters and as many people as she does, as she dangles hate, it's dangerous for her to give your location because there are crazy ass people out there. So again, I urge you, be careful. You're dealing with a narcissist. That's what I can tell you. Read up on them. Read up on how to recover from a narcissistic mother, how to deal with all of that. And if you get therapy, it's only going to help you to become stronger. And you already are strong. You will continue to get stronger the more you're away from her. And I just, like I say, my heart is broken because I've seen that she's not bought you clothing that you like, and when you had to wait outside in the dark overnight to buy a pair of shoes, and you were downtown somewhere where she wasn't, it made me scared as a mother for your safety. And if she does pressure you to bring her Zanny the nannies, remember, she won't cover for you. She will testify against you. You will go to prison for interstate drug trafficking. So do not do what you might be doing. She would love you to be in prison because then she could control you more. Think about it. And what would prison do to you? She would love it because then she could get all the attention and sorrow and all this and say that you were all these bad things and blah, blah, blah. None of it's true. You don't have a behavior disorder. There's nothing wrong with you at all. What's wrong with her? You are just a natural, amazing young man. And you're going to get through this. And there's a lot of people rooting for you, Burk. So again, I'm sorry for anything that I've said that has inferred that you are less than. And you are more than, and you will always be. And continue on, young man. Thank you all for listening.